Hi everyone, welcome back to the Rugby League History channel. Today I'll be doing my Game 3 preview for the 2023 State of Origin series. As we all know, Queensland will be going for a clean sweep, whereas New South Wales will be looking to avoid it and show some pride and get a victory. In Game 1, I tipped New South Wales to win by 1-12, and at one stage it looked likely, until Queensland come back like they always do. In Game 2, I predicted Queensland to win 13+, which they did. They wrapped up the series. There's a lot to talk about, especially when it comes to the New South Wales team, so let's get into that now. For Game 3, Brad Fittler has wielded the axe. He's dropped Hudson Young, Jerome Luai, Paulo, Matt Burton, Ida Kamanu and Tyson Frizzell. And of course you've got Trbojevic out injured and Pienhas out injured as well. And he's brought in quite a few players: Spencer Leniu, Scott Drinkwater, Regan Campbell-Gillard, Kolo Matungi, Jake Trbojevic, Saifiti, Cody Walker, Gutherson, and probably the most surprising selection of all, Bradman Best. Even as a neutral, when I first saw this team list announced, eyebrows were raised for myself personally. There's a few strange choices in there, especially with the likes of Bradman Best. He wasn't a player even mentioned, I think, by the media or anyone for an Origin spot this year, and then all of a sudden he was picked for Game 3. You've also got Gutherson on the bench, who I thought he wouldn't play State of Origin this year. Cody Walker in at 5/8. So once again, Brad Fittler has overlooked Nicholas Hines. And another surprise choice, I think, was Spencer Leniu as well, even though he's on the extended squad and probably won't play. Some of the other selections, like Kolo Matungi, I thought that he would probably most likely get a game. And Trbojevic would have been picked if he weren't injured. Same with Regan Campbell-Gillard. I think if he wouldn't have picked up that groin injury he did before Origin, he would have been picked, because I know Brad Fittler likes him. And I forgot to mention as well, Jacob Saifiti. That's a bit of a strange selection as well. The players that were dropped, I think that, besides probably Matt Burton, I think it were the right call from Brad Fittler. There's been a lot of criticism about the entire squad. A lot of people wanted to see Tedesco drop for Game 3, Addo-Carr dropped, but they've retained their places. It's also a weird selection to put Isaiah Yeo on the bench. A lot of people have criticised the bench as well. They've said that there's not a lot of size there, and people have been asking Brad Fittler, what's the crack with Clint Gutherson? How's he going to fit into this side? Is there a game plan for Clint Gutherson? And Brad Fittler's response to that were, we don't really have a plan for Clint Gutherson. All he really said about the selection is what you see on the screen there. And nearly most of the games we've had an injury in the outside backs, so he covers anywhere from 5/8 to fullback, but I haven't got a plan for him. And I think that's been a problem for Brad Fittler throughout this entire series. He hasn't had an idea, or he hasn't had a plan about what to do with the squads that he's had, and hence why Queensland are 2-0. And as for Queensland, their squad's hardly changed for Game 3. The only changes are Reece Walsh, he's out with the suspension, Thomas Flegler's out, and their replacements are Corey Horsburgh, Thomas Dayden, and Jermaine Hopgood. He were in the extended squad, but I don't think he was going to be selected, so he played for Parramatta on the Saturday. And the old saying goes, if it's not broke, then don't fix it, because Queensland have hardly put a foot wrong throughout this series, so there's just a few minor tweaks in the squad, but they're pretty much going to remain unchanged, and they'll be very determined to get that clean sweep over New South Wales on the Wednesday. And speaking of clean sweeps, there's only been 7 teams that have managed to do it since State of Origin began, and surprisingly, New South Wales have done clean sweeps more than Queensland. New South Wales have achieved clean sweeps in 1986, 89, 96 and 2000, and Queensland achieved it in 88, 95, and they were the last team to do it in 2010. With Queensland going into this match, they know their role. Every single player 1 through to 17. They play as a team. They've got a game plan. I don't think that they'll tweak too much about what they do on the pitch. They know that there's a really good chance of them getting this clean sweep, and they're going to be very hard to beat in this match. If New South Wales are to win this match, then like I said before, Game 1 and Game 2, they have to start better than Queensland. In Game 1 and Game 2, Queensland started way better than New South Wales, and it set the tone for the entire match. I'm unsure if this game will be a sellout or not, but The crowd will play some part in getting behind the New South Wales side. I don't think that the Queensland team need to do a whole lot different. They have followed their game plan and stuck to it over the first 2 matches. My prediction for this game, however, is Queensland will win by 1 to 12 points and get the clean sweep. The whole 2023 series has been a disaster on and off the pitch for New South Wales, whether it be the baffling team selections, injuries to key players, and even the off-the-field stuff like with the jersey debacle ahead of Game 1 and the new hideous Westpac sponsor on the front of the kit. Even if New South Wales are to win Game 3, I think the New South Wales Rugby League Board as an organisation needs a clean out from the top to the bottom. The great Jack Gibson once said, winning starts in the front office. And at the moment, the New South Wales Rugby League is rotten to the core. I think the New South Wales fans could cop a serious loss if the selectors pick the right team. But when you leave Hines, Graham and a few other players out that deserved a spot and pick these kind of teams, then the fans will be demanding a change. I think especially with Fittler and Alexander, both of them need to go, and you can just tell that they don't really have a clue about what they're doing. And you saw how defensive they got when they were questioned by the reporters on NRL 360 and how they carried on there. And Brad Fittler's contract is up in August, or I think it's October anyway, so I think even if they do win Game 3, the New South Wales Rugby League Board has to look elsewhere. I think no matter what happens, this might be the last time that you see the likes of James Tedesco, Josh Adokar, Cody Walker, Damien Cook, and I think even the likes of Mitchell Moses and players like that. I think this might be the last time that you see them wear a New South Wales shirt. And some of those players have been very good for New South Wales at times, but I think with the way things have gone in this series, a lot of people have been calling them for them to stand down and to move on. And I think that's what will happen in 2024. As for first try scorers or try scorers in general in this match, for Queensland, I'll go for Harry Grant to get a try and also Jeremiah Nanai. For New South Wales, I'll go for Cody Walker to get a try and Stephen Crichton will score a try for New South Wales. And the man of the match for this game, I will pick Cameron Munster to get man of the match for Queensland. So that has been my little preview and prediction of the 2023 State of Origin Game 3 match. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know who you think is going to win this game and by what margin, and who do you think the try scorers are going to be, and also who do you think is going to be the man of the series, who's going to get the Wally Lewis medal at the end of all this. So let me know in the comment section below. But anyway, this has been Rugby League History, and I'll catch us all later in the next video. Alright, tatty bye for now.